And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the show that is still answering your questions as we roll through this show to brighten your afternoons, only known as Music Village. And we got yet another question with someone saying, why in the world do you do shows in the middle of the night, and have you ever gotten complaints from your neighbors for doing so? Well, to answer your question, we work better in the middle of the night because we were graveyard shift workers at one point, aka Streetlight Crusaders, and yeah, we've never got a complaint from a neighbor yet for doing one of these shows. But I got a feeling one day when we decide to do a live episode outdoors for Music Village featuring live bands, we probably will. And several cops will show up and I will announce their names on the air too. But besides a live show that'll hopefully happen in the near future involving police officers as well, and a police academy sketch that I may come out with, I'm looking at my watch right now. Oh, it's just about that time. It's the witching hour, which means it's time for us to be brought up to speed on news stories that happened from this week from, you guessed it, all around the world. And in our first news story, and in sad news from the world of wrestling, and as much as I try to sound like him, legendary ring announcer and WWE Hall of Famer Howard Finkel unfortunately died this week at the age of 69 years old. And this guy was known to be one of the greatest announcers of all time, and if you were lucky enough to get him to call you down to the ring at WrestleMania, that was definitely a career maker, according to a lot of people who gave him props at the Hall of Fame ceremony when he got inducted. In 2009, by the way. And yeah, I do believe he was a part of every single WrestleMania from WrestleMania 1 all the way down to WrestleMania 29. WrestleMania 30, unfortunately, he couldn't make it to, as well as 31, 32, and so on and so forth. But the fact that he was there since WrestleMania 1 was absolutely phenomenal. And we here at Music Village would like to say on behalf of Howard Finkel, may your work live on forever, and may you forever rest in peace. And in other news, and in more sad news from the world of acting, Brian Beatty, or Dennehy, unfortunately died this week at the age of 81 years old due to natural causes. And for those who don't know who this guy is, not only he was the father of Tommy in the movie Tommy Boy, but he was also featured in the hit Stallone movie known as Rambo First Blood. And he was the sheriff that was in that town who had all hell unleashed while trying to arrest Sylvester Stallone, aka John Rambo, during that said film. And I still can't believe it was him, but yeah, it really was. But besides being a part of that, folks, he was also part of such great TV shows such as Kojak the Night Stalker, MASH, Dallas, and even a part of the show known as Dynasty. Nice. And we here at Music Village would like to say on behalf of this great actor known as Brian Dennehy, which unfortunately we keep getting his name wrong, may your work live on forever, and may you forever rest in peace. And in other news, and hopefully some uplifting news for you Pink Floyd fans out there, unfortunately with the fact of their concert, this is not a drill tour that is being delayed until 2021. They've decided to go ahead and re-release the classic concert known as Pulse that is restored and re-edited, a full 90-minute long concert for absolutely free on their YouTube page. And I, for one, who was a big fan of this concert, and I do believe had the CD for it somewhere around here that featured such hit songs such as Money, not only that, but Time, Dark Side of the Moon, and I do believe they also had Comfortably Numb on that concert as well. I'm really excited that they decided to do this for you fans out there. And for those who are wondering, it is now available as we speak for everybody to listen into, including some never-before-seen scenes featured during that said concert of Pulse. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out this full-length movie-like concert for yourselves, you can head on over to the Pink Floyd YouTube page, only known as Pink Floyd, to check it out for yourselves. I almost forgot to say it because Maestro was showing me that they were doing Comfortably Numb, and I was about to sing along with it, but I realized we're on a microphone and we can't do that just yet. No, we can't. And with all those regular news stories out of the way for this week, folks, you guys at home know what time it is. It's time for us to go into yet another edition of Video Game News. And in our first video game news story, and probably one of the reasons why in the world this show was so late for this week, for you fans out there of not only Pulse, Up, Up, Down, Down, Chris Danker, or even New Legacy Inc., I have some good news for you because they decided to team up together to create a special theme or a special charity stream for the COVID virus and would be able to raise well over $13,000 while providing laughs from the game, not only WrestleMania 19, but a modded version of SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. And the fact that they were able to bring the laughs in such a hard time that's currently going on in the world is absolutely phenomenal. And not to mention absolutely hilarious, especially the Elimination Chamber match they decided to have with AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman, Shinsuke Nakamura, I do believe, and Finn Balor inside of that match. Which I highly recommend any of you who missed it to go out there and check it out again, because it's currently on the YouTube page of one man, only known as New Legacy Inc., so you can go ahead and check it out for yourselves. And the reason why I'm laughing right now, folks, is because they got a picture of AJ Styles. And it was during probably one of the funniest moments during the stream where AJ Styles would scream at the top of his lungs, "I am phenomenal." And yeah, you have to see it for yourselves. So I'm going to try to do an impersonation of it to close out the show for this week. A little bit of a spoiler for you fans out there, but it is absolutely hilarious. And in other news, and more or less Streets of Rage release date news. For any of you fans out there who's been chomping at the bit for this game and been waiting for it for the longest amount of time, then I have some good news for you, because you won't have to wait for much longer. Because it's been announced for not only the PlayStation 4, the Switch, and even for the PC and Xbox One, you can own this game as of April 30th of this year. Yes, that's right, folks. For those who've been waiting for this game, you can actually get your hands on it as of April 30th of this year. Nice! And I, for one, who only played one Streets of Rage title and immediately jumped to Double Dragon, don't know why, but yeah, I think I have more fun with Double Dragon, may try to get my hands on this game just so I can see what sort of crazy things I can do in this fourth installment of Streets of Rage, including the new battle mode experience that is featured during this game. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out the battle mode for Streets of Rage 4, along with a couple of cool pictures along the way, you can go ahead and head on over to the website only known as GameInformer.com to check it out for yourselves. And in other video game news, or more or less free video game news, for you fans out there looking for a game for absolutely free, then I have some good news for you. And yes, I'm going to keep mentioning the word free because Humble Bundle decided to give you fans out there a chance to grab Manual Samuel for absolutely free. And for some strange reason, it reminds me of, I do believe, that one movie that was based on the Day of the Dead that recently came out about 2 years back, with a little hint of Billy and Mandy in there as well. Yeah, with the Grim Reaper somewhere lurking about in the shadows. And if you guys want to get your hands on this cool game for yourselves for absolutely free, you can head on over to the website only known as humblebundle.com to check it out for yourselves. And trust me folks, you can't go wrong, and you only have 2 days, maybe even less than that while we're talking, to get this game for yourselves, so don't burn daylight trying to grab this game, folks, because I got a feeling you're gonna be sad that you missed out on an opportunity to get a game that won't cost you a red nickel. And trust me, I am not gonna miss out on that opportunity. And I guess with that said, for this week, folks, you have all officially been brought up to speed. And I guess with that said, we might as well head back into the music, and when we return, we'll be back with the final segment for Music Village for this week, right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.